and some other things about Jack's. So Christina, how's it going out there this morning?
It is going good, and like you said, be aggressive, because like the back of this shirt says, aggressive beer made for aggressive beer drinkers. And here we got Katrina joining me. She's the GM of Jack's Brewing Company. So talk to me about the name Jack's Brewing. Where did that come from?
Sure. So a little over 3 years ago, three guys decided they wanted to start a brewery. So Jeff, Antonio, and Ken put together Jack's, just a small local brewery out here in Falcon. Heavy Air Force heritage. So we've got a lot of owners with a military background. A lot of our patrons. Obviously, the Springs is a huge military town, and we pride ourselves on that heritage. So.
And so it all kind of goes into what you guys stand for with your mission statement. You're more than just beer.
Absolutely. So, of course, we make the aggressive beer for aggressive beer drinkers, but we're so much more than that. We really pride ourselves. Jack's is more of a family. We're very involved in our community, and we take great pride in that. We do a lot of fundraising and really want to be more than just beer.
So we're here inside in the front of the brewing company right here, located in Falcon. There's lots of wide room right here. Now I'm looking at these mugs. Tell me about the mug club. They're really cool, and I kind of want one myself.
Sure. So they're hard to come by, for sure. This is our founders mug club. So when we started, we created this mug club. Limited amount of mugs, so it's very exclusive, but everyone's given a call sign.
Yeah, so they're personalized.
Yes, each one has a name on it or a call sign. Again, going back to our military background. You can check those out. This is what we know all of our founders buy. They come up with their own call sign. It's kind of cool. They come in, feel like home, drink out of their own mug.
And is this something that people can come here and buy?
So no, this is not actually something you can just come in and buy. Again, going back to the exclusivity of it, every December we do an auction for mugs that are not renewed. So folks that decide that they're no longer part of the club, they give theirs up. We hold an auction in December, and people come in and actually bid on those. So we cover the cost of the mug, and then all of the additional proceeds go to a charity of choice at the end of the year.
That's really good. I really like that exclusivity. I cannot talk today. It's a little early for me.
That's all right.
But yeah, they're a very exclusive club. And how many beers on tap do you have here?
So we've got a pretty extensive tap list here. We've got 24 taps total. Actually, only 3 of these are guest taps. So most of what we've got available is brewed right here in-house. We often bring in guest taps just for something different. It's typically a local brewery. Again, just not ours, but still delicious. So try to keep it fresh.
Awesome. So later on in the show, we are going to actually go back and maybe I can try out part of the brewing process.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how that looks, and we'll toss it back to you, me and Maria. You know what, guys? There might be, but that's right. I need to learn from the best. We've got Andre here. He is the co-head brewer. Now, how long have you been working here for?
I'm almost coming up on a year now working here.
So I feel like it must be a pretty fun job. You're working with beer.
Oh yeah, working with beer, working with my hands, making things, and yeah, everyone loves beer, so can't complain.
So kind of explain to me the brewing process, which as I understand it, starts right here.
Yep, starts right here. These are our mash tuns and kettles. The first thing we're going to do here is mash our barley. What we do is we crack the barley open, and then we put it in hot water, hold it about 150 degrees, and then what that'll do is convert the starches in the barley into sugars, which later on the yeast that we add will convert those sugars into flavors, alcohol, and CO2. So that's what we're about to do right here. We're already running one in this mash tun right here. So we're already kind of along in the process. After that, we'll transfer into our kettles, which we have on each side here. Bring it to a boil it for about 90 minutes. That's where we'll add hops, which will add bitter and a bit more flavor to it. We're brewing our blonde today, so there won't be too much hops going in right now. After it's done and boiled, we'll chill it down to about 65 degrees, and we'll actually throw it in one of these big tanks here.
This is a process.
Oh yeah, and then so we'll throw it in here, and what we'll actually do here is once it's in here, we'll add yeast, and then we have to wait 2 weeks for it to actually ferment and create beer.
So do you think there's maybe a challenging part or something you need to be extra cautious of when you're doing this?
Yeah, I think so. I think the actual fermentation part is probably the most challenging part. It's where a number of things can go wrong that we as brewers have a little bit of control over, but yeast is a natural organism, so it does its own thing. We can kind of help it do that, but it's kind of the way it is.
All right, Andre, can I give this a try?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're about ready to start our second mashing process, so we'll come over here. Yoink. So this one's ready to go. We got water sitting about 165 degrees.
Okay.
We'll add the grain right here, and then that'll bring it down to about our proper temperature. So
right.
We'll grab the mash paddle, which is on the wall here, of course. All right, I'll hand that to you. If you can
Okay.
step on that stool and go up there.
Yes, I definitely need the help. Can't reach. Oh, but I still, do I just go like this?
You can stand, actually, keep going. One more
really?
step up. Yeah,
Can I hold on to this?
absolutely. It's a little hot, but
I'll hold on to the handle.
all right.
Yeah.
All right, and so now if you could just give that a quick swirl,
Okay.
and we'll start adding grain.
And how long do you have to do this? How often are you going through the process each day?
So right now in the summer, we're pretty busy, so we're doing this process 3 or 4 times a week, just trying to keep up with, summer demand,
Oh, yeah. Busy bees.
right?
Okay, so how long do I do this for?
Just until it's all kind of mixed up nice, and
Oh.
then we'll put a lid on it and let it sit for about an hour,
All right, I'm kind of just winging as my first time doing this.
right? Expert.
All right. Well, we are going to check in with you guys a little bit later and show you some of the flight of beers they have for you to try out. That's right, there's still a whole lot more we got to show you. We're going to check out the beers after the break. Oh, I heard about it. I have yet to try it, but it does exist, the glitter beer, right?
Yes, that's a thing out here at Jack's. Only once in a while. It's limited supply. We actually featured it this week. It's something fun and different.
Something I haven't seen, so I'm gonna have to come back and check it out, but we have some samples now because you can't come to a brewery and not try out the beer. So what do we have here right now?
Absolutely. So this is actually one of our aggressive flights. So it's 5-ounce pours of any of our Jack's beers. We pulled a couple to feature today. I'm going to have you start with 20.
Okay.
That's our Knucklebones Ipa. It's one of our newer recipes. It's my favorite right now. It's a New England style IPA, so definitely hazy. It's got some mango hints
Yeah.
in there, a little tangerine.
I can definitely taste that.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
And so I want you guys to have some samples with me, of course, if you're down for that. I can't just be by myself, but I know you guys are big into supporting the local community. What are some of the things you have going on in August?
So I'm actually really excited about this. We are rolling out our Small Business Sunday program the first week in August. So we're opening up our Founders Room to small businesses in the Falcon area and Colorado Springs community. Basically want to just continue to grow and support our local communities. So bringing people in that may not have a storefront, lending our space to them, they can feature their products. It should be really fun.
And so is that something that other local businesses can get involved in right now?
Absolutely. So if anyone is interested, they can reach out to us here in the tap room. We have several slots available, and it is going to be a continuing program. So we can definitely get people squeezed in.
And you guys are all over on social media, right? So that way they can find you.
Absolutely. If you follow us on Facebook, we use that pretty heavily for any events that we have here in-house.
Speaking of events, where can people expect to see Jack's Brewery out in the community coming up?
So we're actually going to be pretty busy over the next few weeks. We're trying to branch out and do more events out in the community. One big one you can look for, the Jack's tent out at the Pints for Paws Brewfest tomorrow. That's going to be out at the shops at Briar Gate. Should be a really fun event. And we'll have several other events coming up. Where are we next weekend?
We'll be at 719 Fest on 7/20 this year at Weiner Field, and then the following morning we'll be at Springs Beer Fest at America the Beautiful.
All right. Now, I see something back there called the Buddy Board. Can you kind of talk to me about that? What is that?
Sure. So the buddy board is just something fun that we wanted to bring into the tap room. It's basically a pay it forward program with beer. So folks can come in if they've got a friend that they want to buy a beer in advance for. They go ahead and pay for it, and we throw their name or call sign up on the buddy board.
I love that.
Yeah, it's been really popular.
So I should bring some friends over here so they can maybe buy me a beer, right?
There you go. Start the list.
Exactly. So what are some of the other beers you have here?
We'll go ahead and try maybe the blonde.
The blonde.
Yeah. Pass it to Dre.
Right, so the blonde is actually what you helped me start making today.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
just our light, easy drinking beer. It's got a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of bitterness, and it's good for everyday drinking out on the patio here.
How much beer are you guys producing here?
I think about per year we're producing about 500 barrels is the term we use, and a barrel is 31 gallons. So 1,500 gallons of beer a year.
Wow, so you guys
Yeah.
keep really busy here.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely try to.
What would you say is your favorite part about working here at the brewery?
Free beer?
Free beer. That's right, free beer.
Free beer is a plus. I think for me, it goes back to family. Our whole staff is really close. It's a great place to work. We take good care of each other. It's just a really awesome experience.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this morning.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you guys. Remember, check out Jack's Brewery. Toss it back to you guys. Woo.